Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you nope, wait, this is not game 3 in a best of 3 series. This is a bonus game, head fake for all of you guys who are looking for game 3 between Ted and Alice. This is not Ted and Alice, this is actually Star-Shaped versus Pain here on Crystal Kingdom 1.3. Now, this is going to be a Night Elf versus Undead matchup, just so that it's a little bit more difficult for you guys to figure out that it is a bonus game. But let's take a look at the map, because I am not familiar with this map at all. Now let's take a look at the creep camps. There are a number of creep camps: a 3-3-3 creep camp here, a 3-1-1 creep camp here, so a very easy creep camp there. And then, is that an actual wall? No, that is not a wall. This is a 2-2-2 or 2-2-3-3 creep camp. Medium armor around there, so this map is actually going to be a little bit difficult for undead players to utilize Crypt Fiends. That does mean that we will most likely see a Death Knight and Ghoul opening based upon the crypts. Meanwhile, taking a look at Star-Shaped, I do not believe, does he have an Ancient of War out? No, he does not. Excuse me. And in fact, he is going to be going for a Keeper of the Grove. Alright, an unorthodox play already coming in. Keeper of the Grove going to be that first hero instead of that Demon Hunter, and going up against ghouls. That may actually work out well. If you are able to shut down those ghouls, Death Coils or archers should be able to focus them down. The Death Knight will end up having to spend a lot of mana trying to Death Coil in order to save them, as we now see the ghouls just harvesting their lumber. So far, just what's happening? No, I don't see anything happening. As a Wisp now coming in, we can see the Tomb of Relics now being established. Wisp now down over here. You can see that the ghouls are nearby, and they are trying to push away that Wisp. The Wisp does have good movement speed, though, as it is getting away. Meanwhile, back over here, what's up on the high ground? A 5-4-2-2-2-2 creep camp. Relatively easy to take out, and the Wisp is going to be hiding off here. So Crystal Kingdom, not the typical map, and I am curious as to what these players really want to try and do in this matchup. Alright, there is a ice rock gate back down over there, as there is a detonation. Does it hit the Death Knight? Yes, it does. And it is going to be up to the Keeper of the Grove to get around. Now, another thing to note, there are a fair amount of critters on the map, and that is important for undead players to make skeletal minions. There we have it, skeletal minion, as the Keeper of the Grove, already gets off an entangle on a skeletal minion. That skeletal minion will be giving some free experience. There it is, as the Keeper of the Grove already shuts down a little bit of the Death Knight. Death Knight perhaps wondering what's going on, as there is another skeletal minion out. The Keeper of the Grove is just playing a harassment technique, and he's actually going to be going for, is this Huntresses? Yes, it is actually Huntresses, and the Hunter's Hall. What is happening here? So the Death Knight now going to be trying to put in and place down some pressure. Is he going to be able to sneak through? Yes, he will. And just a little bit too much room here. All right, Death Knight now looking to come in. There's the Death Coil hit, as we now see some attacking coming in. The skeletal minions coming back around. All right, what is this Death Knight really hoping to do here, as the Keeper of the Grove and the Huntresses are now engaging? Alright, this poor Death Knight is going to be forced to retreat, as the skeletal minion is just making its way around, trying to take down some Wisps. Meanwhile, back over here, the Huntresses, look, some more critters are going to be falling. And this is actually a godsend for an undead player. So many critters on the map to make skeletal minions. Skeletal minions now going to try to perhaps sneak their way through. Huntress, however, is going to hide in position. There's an entangle there. Pain is actually going to get taken down here, as we now see a new skeletal minion now pushing in once more. All right, the Death Knight now looking for more skeletal minions. Does have one Wisp kill total. Meanwhile, the Huntress now going after this skeletal minion. It looks like it's going to take a big blow there, and perhaps just try and fall to the Ancient of War. You can see the Keeper of the Grove is back over here. Skeletal minion will be backing off, as we now see a new Tree of Life being established by Star-Shaped. So Star-Shaped is actually trying to expand into the 12 o'clock location. And this is all new to me, as this is a rather unusual play by a Night Elf player. Usually mass tier 1, you do not go into Huntresses, but then again, you normally also go for either a Warden or a Priestess of the Moon, so everything is all over the place. Meanwhile, we are still sitting at Tree of Life. Are we going to perhaps see a transition into Crypt Fiends? Yes, we are, as Spiderlings are now all spawned across the map. Spiderlings getting in some easy shots here. Skeletal Minions now joining in on the fight, as we are going to be going 2 Huntresses and a Keeper of the Grove against against 3 Crypt Fiends. Those Crypt Fiends are going to tear apart those Huntresses. Better to just back off. But the Keeper of the Grove, oh, did the Keeper of the Grove get the experience there? No, he did not. Death Knight, the Keeper of the Grove, you got to remember though that Entangle does essentially root and stun a unit. And with Undead players not having any good form of anti-magic removal early on in the game, the Keeper of the Grove can shut down one Huntress or shut down one Crypt Fiend and make it a 3-on-2 battle pretty quickly. Keeper of the Grove still dancing around the edges, and now you're going to see this Tree of Life about to be completed. There is still one Spiderling off here. It's going to get taken out relatively quickly. Down it goes. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. As you now see the 300 is now coming in. Meanwhile, back over here, oh, taking down the rock wall here in order to creep out this Troll Trapper location. Very nice, smart play as the Huntresses are still wandering around. The Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, we can see that Pain is still sitting at level 1. Will get to level 2 off of this creep camp, but he is taking a fair amount of damage. He cannot afford to take that much damage. Now sitting at level 2 will have Unholy Aura for faster regeneration. As here we go, the Tree of Life now going to be tanking this Mammoth attack. All right, I believe that's a poor penguin. What did the penguin ever do to the Huntress? I guess it got reincarnated or reanimated to deal a lot of damage. Here we go. There is now that entanglement. The Mammoth not dealing any damage whatsoever. You can see, I don't even know how long the root is any longer. Is it actually like 8 seconds? 8 to 10 seconds. That feels rather long as the Tree of Life now in position here. All right, we are going to get a level 2 Keeper of the Grove. And now what item will be picked up? What is that? Sentry Wards. The Tree of Life will perhaps be trying to sit behind here and entangle this gold mine in just a moment. Meanwhile, the units are all now making their way back down. Keeper of the Grove does not have Thorn's aura, so it is most likely going to be Ents instead, as we see skeletal minions creeping out the map. Death Knight now sitting at 2. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove sitting at 2. Where is he going to be going next? Perhaps trying to creep out this location here. Is it on high ground? I believe so, but he is not actually going up there any longer. What is all of this play? Both players are being active, but they are not engaging each other at this time. All right, there is a Fountain of Health here. And oh, there is an Entangle, and Pain going to actually lose a Huntress. Or sorry, Pain's going to lose a Crypt Fiend. This is a really big blow. Crypt Fiends are rather expensive units, and that has removed much of the, or at least 3/4 of, or a quarter of the army. Now down from 4 to 3. All right, so the Keeper of the Grove still dancing around, trying to place down pressure. I believe he did place down a Sentry Ward here. He has a good idea of what the Lich is doing. We can see that the Orb of Corruption has been purchased, so Pain has already teched a tier 3, as we now see an Ancient of War being established, Gold Mine already in play, and Star-Shaped going to be in a very good position, sitting at 46/50, and will be able to get a really large army. Pain doesn't know about this, but Pain's army is rather small. Their supply count is rather small, as we see all the units now backing off. All right, Lich now trying to engage. However, we're going to see a big creep jack here. This could potentially be a problem. There's an Entangle, and oh, one Huntress already going to get taken down. No, it is not going to get taken down. The Lich now needs to chase after it. Not going to work. However, trading a Huntress for a Crypt Fiend and a Frost Nova and a Death Coil, both sides, as the Death Knight sitting at level 3. That was a huge turnaround, and now we see Crypt Fiends, Entanglement, Detonation, taking down some of the skeletal minions as once more as another Death Coil comes in to save the Crypt Fiend. Both sides still finding it out. We can see one Destroyer currently in the air, another Entanglement, and a beautiful Death Coil saving the unit. And wow, that level 3 Death Knight saving all of the units there, and the Keeper of the Grove will be forced to retreat and lick his wounds, but he does have a much larger economy going for him. What did he spend all of his? It looked like he spent a lot of gold, but I don't know. Production tab, so difficult. Okay, Ancient of Wonders now down over here. You can see, oh, improved bows and archers now coming in. No upgrade on the weapons attacks. Currently sitting at 1-0. We are now at Tree of Ages, and we are going into a Demon Hunter to follow up. So Demon Hunter as the second hero, Pendant of Energy on a Lich. That Lich is going to have so much nuking power, it is going to be absolutely painful to be anywhere nearby. The problem, though, Starshape does not have enough Moonwells to really keep up this large Huntress army high on hit points, 600 health. Where are they going to be traveling to next? This is a Fountain of Mana, not altogether that useful unless you have bears on the field to rejuvenate and keep the units alive and healthy. All right, what's going to be happening next? Both sides are fighting here. Ice Troll Warlord Huntress is now going to come in from the back. And wow, a quick surround onto the Death Knight. The Death Knight Huntress now already taken down. There's a mana burn. And the Death Knight will be forced to use a scroll. No, he's not going to be forced to use a scroll town portal. Death Knight able to get away. No, is it going to be enough? The Death Knight shakes it off as another Frost Nova. Huntresses, both sides are engaging. The Death Knight now able to escape. What is happening here as this one Huntress has a giant Death Wish down to 23 hit points and still trying to fight. This one Huntress goes down. Another Huntress goes down. Lich now sitting at, I believe, level 3. And the Undead army is so strong, but the Death Knight does not fall. Scroll of Town Portal and Scroll of Town Portal. Wait for it. There it is. Both heroes down to single-digit hit points. Oh my goodness. Both heroes down to single-digit hit points and both using a Scroll of Town Portal to get back. Now Star-Shaped is going into a transition of mass archers. Are those archers going to be enough? They are currently upgraded at 2-0, 18 to 24 damage per attack. Very, very high on damage there. The problem is going to be whether or not the heroes, you never want to be behind in terms of hero levels, especially against an Undead. Undead 3-3 is so much stronger than the Night Elf 2-1 at this point. Keeper of the Grove now seen at level 3. That may be able to help a bit, but is it going to help enough? This is a mass archer army, and this expansion, I believe, is still going unchecked. An unchecked expansion. That could be the death of everything, as the Demon Hunter perhaps going to get in front. No, we need to see more healing, or just at least some healing for this Night Elf army for him to get back into things. So far, double obsidian statues. You can see that this one destroyer is kind of laughing it up, saying, you know what are your huntresses going to do to me? Well, apparently my archers are going to be doing a whole lot, as we now see a dark ritual on that Lich getting a lot of mana. And that one Lich is just going to be able to nuke much of the army, as we now see the Keeper of the Grove and Demon Hunter 3-2 combination coming in against a 3-3-1 combination. Death Knight with a Sobi mask. Oh, that's going to be even more problematic. All right, Sentry Ward has been dropped down. Scrolls of Healing needs to be picked up. There's one. Are we going to pick up another? And then transfer it over. Oh, the expansion has been checked out now. Star-Shaped is in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal perhaps going to head back home. No, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Here we go. Units are now coming in. As we see, both sides are fighting. There is the Dust of Appearance. A Huntress will get taken down relatively quickly. Black Arrow causing a lesser Dark Minion to come out. And here we go. Tree of Life taking a lot of damage now. Is it going to get repaired in time? The units are going to try to try and engage here in just a second. Demon Hunter, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. All right. The problem with this army is that it's pretty much all piercing, and it doesn't do that much damage to fortified structures. All right, one Huntress goes down. A second Huntress may get taken down. Oh, it gets taken, or Cripping gets taken down. Frost Nova, Destroyers in the air, Scroll of Healing, and now the Death Knight is forced to retreat. All right, units are falling left and right. Death Knight now sitting at level 4, and there is the retreat there as Star-Shaped. Now training up some Wisp, sitting at 61 over 70. Perhaps we are going to see the Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter engage and get those necessary hero levels. All right, Blue Drake is nearby. Demon Hunter. Okay, Trapper. No healing or no mana there whatsoever, as Trance now being added for the Keeper of the Grove. So the Keeper of the Grove is going to have a little bit of a tank here in those Trents, that force of nature, getting in a lot more mana. And here we go. Both sides are fighting. And there is also an Entangle in taking down another Troll Trapper, as all the Troll Trappers are getting taken down. Slipper's ability dropped, most likely will be for the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, an engagement happening back over here. Star-Shaped is trying to repair his Tree of Life, not going to work out all too well. Wisp now making their way over. Archers coming back. What is happening? Frost Nova, a whole bunch of low hit point Wisp, as we are now going to see an engagement here. Archers, Huntresses, both sides fighting. Ents now coming in. Keeper of the Grove, plenty of mana. Are we going to see an Entangle? There's a mana burn. Demon Hunter trickly coming in. Are we going to see an Entangle on any of those units? Dark Ranger sitting at 2. Both sides fighting. Lich sitting at 3 still. Gonna be getting to 4 in just a moment. Frost Nova and the Archers are just focusing down all the units. The Destroyers are causing problems, as the Huntresses and the Crypt Fiends trying to stay alive. All the Archers in the back. So much damage to be had. Another Entangle as a Burrow now comes in. Lich now sitting at level 4. Burrowed Crypt Fiends here. Scroll of Town Portal. Is it going to be enough? And wow, all of those units unburrowed at just the right time. No dust of appearance on the Night Elf player at all. And that may be the problem. With no dust of appearance, all of these undead units are going to be coming back and going to be even stronger than before. As, I don't know, not experience, but it doesn't just sound good that it's going to be stronger than before. All right, a great game so far. And what do these players have in store for us? Demon Hunter now sitting at level 3. Level 3 Demon Hunter. That means level 3 mana burn. Keeper of the Grove with now a scroll of healing. That Keeper of the Grove, very much a glass cannon, 575 hit points. Not very many hit points at all. Does the Keeper of the Grove have good armor? No, it doesn't. Very much a very fragile hero at this stage. It is now level 4, level 4, level 2 against 2 level 3s. And is this going to be enough? Demon Hunter now looking to push in archers. 2-1 upgrades. Are we going to perhaps go into Tree of Eternity? No, still at Tree of Ages. And now there's the Entangle. Archers focusing down the units. Level 4 now on that Keeper of the Grove. Talisman of Evasion. Give it to that Keeper of the Grove. Why is it even on the Demon Hunter? There you go. And now it's going to be even more difficult. Rune of the Watcher dropped. And more Huntresses being added in over here. All right, Fountain of Mana has been left behind. The Death Knight has his own Ankh of Reincarnation. He's going to get hit twice before getting taken down. And now here we have another beautiful Ents just absorbing damage, and Frost Armor now coming in. Okay, Frost Armor, are we going to get another entanglement there? The Ents have all been taken down. A Healing Wave, Elder Shaman, make sure to take down all the other the Furbolgs first, just because the Elder Shaman does have Healing Wave. Healing Wave, not very effective when it's against multiple units, as the Furbolg Tracker, Mana Burn the Elder Shaman instead of the Tracker. And only 7 points of damage dealt. All right. Shaman now going to get taken down. Archer pulls back just in time. Meanwhile, over here, you can see more and more creeping coming in. 2-1 upgrades versus 2-1 upgrades. What item was left behind? Talisman of Evasion. Where's that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter picks up a stone token. Wow, a stone token. Pretty much a level 1 Mountain King. We are going to see some great stoning action here. Archers now we're going to be retreating. They're going to get some additional Moonwell juice and feel much better. Come on, wait for it. There it is, Moonwell juice. Just getting a little bit stronger there. Army composition, 70 over 70, 59 over 60. And who is going to have the stronger army next? All right, Moonwell is about to be completed. Dark Ranger not attacking there. Huntresses, archers now pulling in the rear. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. So level 4 versus 442. Moonwell does get taken down. Detonation coming in. And what do we have here? All right, Dark Ranger, 443. Mana Burn now coming in. Both sides doing a lot of damage to each other. Frost Nova and the Death Knight does have that Ankh of Reincarnation. Both sides still fighting out. There's another Mana Burn. The Death Knight pretty much out of mana. No, still has 140. Both sides still fighting it out. Ents now joining in on the fight. And the Ents are actually fairly decent against Crypt Fiends. All right, the Destroyer gonna get shot out of the sky. It goes down. Wow. It gets taken down. And the Moonwell down to 27 hit points. It survives. And this mass archer army sitting at 2-2 upgrades. Still sitting at, now going into Tree of Eternity. And we are now sitting at 72 over 80 supply. Or 72 over 80 food. So, both of them are in low upkeep. Night Elf making a strong case for having expansions right now. As the Demon Hunter, what is he going to do? Is he going to place down another Sentry Ward and buy another item? That would make sense. That Demon Hunter is awfully far out. Oh, what is this? An expansion now coming in. Pain does have a gold mine here, and there is that Sentry Ward. What is this? A Ziggurat now going to be coming into play as well. Dark Ranger. Oh, the Demon Hunter now being forced to retreat and regroup with the rest of the army. What is that? Poor C Omega taken out. And Huntress O running straight into the group. All the units will be forced to back off. Are we going to see an engagement here? Are we going to see an entangle? Archers now quickly launching away. Dark Minion is in play. Keeper of the Grove has arrived. Where is that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter nowhere to be found just quite yet, unless you guys see him. There he is. All right. Oh, Stone Golem. Oh, is it going to be enough stone him? No. Stone Golem has been used. Scroll of Town Portal does not want to fight. And the Huntresses, all of them are fighting still. All right. What's going to be happening next? That Stone Token, that's what Rock Golem did not use that the boulder in order to take down the or at least stun the Death Knight. Without stunning that Death Knight is the Death Knight could use the Scroll of Town portal, and that was the problem there. All right, Glaive bounce, dealing a bit of damage. One Acolyte will get taken down. There it goes. Another Acolyte gonna get taken down as the Rock Golem. Oh, come on, get in one more hit. No, not another hit, as we are gonna see an engagement here. Both sides are ready, and both sides are ready to engage. Dark Ranger, Mana Burn, fighting. Are we gonna see the fight? There's a Death Coil, and oh, Demon Hunter takes a lot of damage and then backs away. He is taking still a lot of damage from those Crypt Fiends. Both sides are still fighting it out. Oh, the Dark Ranger. Are we going to see us? Oh, no, we are not going to see a Boulder again as another Frost Nova comes in. All right, both sides are still fighting it here, and we are still seeing a good amount of damage come in. What is happening next? Both sides are fighting, and we can see one Burrowed Crypt Fiend staying alive ever so barely. All right, there's a Mana Burn. The Demon Hunter needs to back away. Needs to be very careful. Scroll of Healing. Burrowed Crypt Fiend coming back out. Level 5 now on the Keeper of the Grove. Potion of Healing may be transferred to that Demon Hunter as we now see an Entangle. Are we going to see a Boulder again? No, I don't see the Stone Golem anywhere as we are still fighting this out here. All right, Burrowed Crypt Fiends. Obsidian or Destroyers in the air. Another Crypt Fiend getting taken down. Demon Hunter trying to survive. The Death Knight now running back here. Lich sitting at level 5. Is it going to have no more mana? Not even for a Dark Ritual to eat off of one of the Dark Minions. Another Mana Burn. Mana burning out the entire Undead army. Nothing has mana. But then again, Star-Shaped has pretty much lost all of his units as they are now nearing to retreat. All right, let's see what's going to happen next. Crypt Fiend is rejoining. Still 2-1 upgrades. All right, the rest of the archers now regrouping as well. 62 over 80 supply. Meanwhile, 61 over 70. Whatever army advantage Pain had has been neutralized. As we now see, oh, it looks as though the Sentry Ward was taken out. All right, let's take a look at the armies. Level 5 on the Keeper of the Grove. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Huntresses sitting at 2-2 upgrades. No additional upgrades. We are sitting at Tree of Eternity, so I'm not sure why we are not upgrading at this point. More Huntress. Nope. No. Yes, another Huntress now being trained up. 171 gold. Meanwhile, more creeping out. The Death Knight should not be anywhere near there. The Dark Ranger needs all the experience. And it's going to be a 5-5-5 hero combination in just a second. And that's always dangerous to engage because you know one of those heroes are going to hit level 6 in the middle of that fight. Here we go. Death Coil quickly taking down a Wisp. Death Knight just enjoying the mana while he has it, knowing that it's most likely will get taken out. All right. Tree Ancient of Wars now engaging. Here we go. Are we ready to fight? Oh, the Moonwell. 5 hit points. One more attack will do it. It finally gets taken down. Not before another Mana Burn comes in, though, as both sides looking to engage. Crypt Fiends. Oh, it gets entangled. It's in a bad position. And oh, the Devour Magic from the Destroyer was not in time to save that Crypt Fiend. It does give some mana back to those Destroyers, though. You can see it there. All right, is the Demon Hunter? Yes, Mana Burn on the Lich. Gets Frost Nova. Potion of Healing. Both sides are still fighting. What's going to be happening here? Down goes one Huntress as the units are just falling one at a time. Are we going to see another Death Coil as the Huntresses are not getting focused down for some strange reason? Archers now continuing to attack. Death Knight now very low on hit points. It's able to back away in time still and still survive. All right, both sides continuing to fight. Orb of Venom on that Demon Hunter trying to take down the rest of the units. Keeper of the Grove is dodging attacks as another Scroll of Town portal being used. And Pain is just winning out on this fight because he town portals when the fight is going bad. Oh my goodness. All right, Pain now sitting at, I believe, no, 5-5-4. Death Knight still low on hit points. I believe he did a Death Pact there, getting in some additional hit points. Also has a Potion of Mana and also a Potion of Healing. Is this going to be enough as he now makes his way forward? Destroyer 2-1 upgrades, Obsidian statues, trying to heal back up the rest of the army. And the Demon Hunter sitting at level 5, or 4, almost level 5. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 5. And what is going to be happening next? I think one more push should do it. And Pain should be able to take the victory here unless Star-Shaped is able to cause some amazing plays. And there's some more Absorb mana there as the units are now coming in. Oh, I believe one archer is going to get picked off in transit. Demon Hunter isn't going to be able to do anything. There's a mana burn. No Frost Nova as the Demon Hunter now backing away. Okay, let's see the engagement. Frost Nova across all the archers. Archers are low on hit points. That is not good for them at all. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 5. Mana burns will be coming in stupendously as wow. The Trance, the Force of Natures. No, they are just going to get devoured by those destroyers. And now the Death Knight has Animate dead. All right. Is enough units going to get taken down? It looks like archers are falling. Just use the Potion of Mana, Animate the Dead, and win the game at this point. That's all that Pain needs to do. And is Pain going to do it? Yes, Pain does. Frost Nova, Death Coil, Demon Hunter now trying to run away. Is it going to be enough? It looks as though the Demon Hunter does have an Ankh of Reincarnation. Is it going to be enough as the Demon Hunter now trying to run away? Keeper of the Grove does not have enough mana. There it is. It was on cooldown and now able to stop it. Oh, the Demon Hunter. Oh, Scroll of Town Portal not going to take the Demon Hunter with him, and Pain wins the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the bonus game between Pain and Starshaped.